Okay, we are going to start on our hands and knees and just get in a little bit of a stretch. So go ahead and try to have your wrists, just right underneath your shoulders. And then tilt the tailbone up to the sky, eyes look up. And then now reverse. So you're going to tuck that tailbone, drop the head, eyes to thighs, push into the floor, and then reverse. Tailbone up, eyes look up. And reverse. And tailbone up, eyes look up. And reverse. And let's do one more set of those. Tailbone up, eyes look up, and reverse. All right, now go ahead and flatten out your back. Back to neutral spine. We're going to come into a down dog. So tuck your 10 toes under and then pop yourself up. The first one is always nice and stiff. So just hold it here. You can pedal your feet if you want. Oh my goodness, my hamstrings are a little tight here. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to try to push the heels down and then raise up onto the toes. And then heels down and up. Good job. Down and up. Down and up. Last one. Down and up. Now just float yourself into a plank and then slowly lower yourself down all the way to the floor. All right, we're going to do a breaststroke, get our backs working a little bit. So go ahead and have your feet about hip distance apart, your legs about hip distance apart. If you have a sensitive back, you can go wider. We're going to lift our upper body. Arms go forward and around and down. So up, forward, around, and down. Good job. Up, reach forward, around, and down. 2 more, just like that. Up, reach, around, and down. Up, big reach, around, and down. And child's pose. Just go ahead and sit your seat back onto your heels, forehead onto the mat. And then back up to the hands and knees. Okay, you're going to start by taking your left leg out nice and long, right arm up. And then we're going to go elbow to knee. So you're going to bring your elbow to knee, big reach. In, big reach. Good job. In, big reach. Keep going. Last 4, 3, 2, and now leave it up there. And now we're going to go wide. So leg goes out, arm goes out, and back to where you started. Out, back to where you started. Good job. And last 4, 3, 2, and 1, and set it down. All right, now what you're going to do is you're going to come on down to your right forearm, and left hand will stay straight. You're going to extend your leg and then rotate your hip up to the sky. Hold on, my hair is in my lips. All right, now from there, you're going to bring your knee in and out. In, big reach. Good job. Last 4, 3, 2. Now on the last one, you're going to leave the leg nice and long and you're going to pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and set it down. All right, now let's do the other side. I'm going to turn myself around. My shirt wants to climb up me today. All right, so find that neutral spine. So your back is nice and flat. So neutral spine is somewhere in between these cat and cows that we did. So right leg, left arm, and then elbow to knee, big reach. In, big reach. Good job. And 3 more. 3, 2. Now leave it out, and then we go wide and back to center. Abs are in. And 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Now come on down to that forearm. Rotate the hip up and knee in, big reach. In, big reach. Good job. Three, 2, and leg up, pulse it out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good job. All right, onto our backs we go. So you are going to have your right hand behind your head, bring your leg into tabletop, left hand just resting on the knee. And we're gonna crunch up, extend, bring it in and down. Crunch up, extend, bring it in and down. Up, sorry, crunch, extend, bring it in and down. Up, reach it out, in and down. Let's add the arm. Crunch, bring them both out, in and down. Good job. Crunch, so it's step by step, in and down. Last one on this side. Up, extend, in and down. All right, other side. So left hand behind the head. Go ahead and start with the arm just down on this one. So up, extend, in and down. Crunch, reach, in and down. Good job. Keep going. Three more. Up, extend, in and down. Up, extend, in and down. Last one. Up, extend, bring it in and down. All right, set the legs down, straighten out the legs, big reach back with those arms. Big deep breath in, exhale, up we go into our roll-ups. Okay, tight hamstring, Katie. I can't even get close to my toes. And come down. So I'm just gonna keep doing these until I can get those hammies to release. It'll happen fast. See, I'm already almost there. Inhale, exhale, up. There we go. And come down. Inhale, exhale, up. Now that I'm there, I'm gonna hold the stretch a little bit longer and then come down. And again, if you never get to your toes, that's okay. Ankles are fine too. Middle of the shins are fine too. As long as you feel the stretch. I just know my body. I know my limit. That's my limit. I usually don't go past my toes. My limit, I know, is my toes. If I get there, I know that I've gotten a good stretch for my body and that my hamstrings will, I haven't overstretched them either, and they will be fine and I will not have an injury. All right, and that's really what I care about most at this point in my life. No injuries. All right, last one. Up, hold, and here we are, nice and tall. All right, so arms out, you're gonna hinge back. Now we're gonna twist. So as we twist, we're gonna add the knee. So you're gonna bring the right knee in, twist to the right, and set it down. Left knee in and center. Right and center. Left and center. Good job. Right and left. Right and left and right and left. And then roll it all the way down. And if you need to, you can scoot yourself. All right, right leg tabletop, left leg tabletop, head and shoulders come up. We're going into our double leg stretch. So big reach out and tuck it in. Out and in. Good job. Last 3, 2, and 1. And roll it down. So, or bring it down, do a roll up to come up. We're going to do that Russian twist again, but this time with a straight leg. So this time leg comes straight and we twist and lower. Twist and lower. Good job. We have 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1, and down you go. All right, we're going to do some leg circles. So hands behind the head, head and shoulders lift up, legs up, and we're going to go around and up. All right, these are hard right away. And bring the knees down, head and shoulders come down, feet come down. And then back up and we crisscross. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and flop. Flop, 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 flop. All right, so let's do a little stretch. So arms out into a T, just drop the knees over to the right. For those of you who have necks that aren't sensitive, you can look in the opposite direction. I have a very sensitive neck, so I just keep my eyes looking up to the sky. So even something as simple as overstretching like this can flare me, so I just, I know the alternatives. All right, and the other side, and that's, if you're like me, just keep your eyes looking up. And breathe. All right, let's get some side legs going on. So my favorite, I never get sick of side legs. Okay, so we're in our banana. Let's start with a point and a flex. Point and flex. Just getting the outside here, outside of our hip. Three, 2, 1. And now we'll go forward, point and flex. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And let's do hot potato. Tap, tap, up, tap, tap, up, tap, tap, up, tap, tap, up. And last one, and down. All right, before we do the other side, we are going to come into a plank. So just roll yourself over, hands and knees. Step one foot back and then the other. Hold it. And we're going to add some arm taps. So you're going to tap the side of your chest and then switch. Tap and tap. And last 4, 3, 2, and 1. And gently drop to your knees and over to the other side. So you'll notice this workout's pretty quick. Just getting it in. If you have limited time, this is a good class. All right, point and flex because we get it all in there. Back, abs, arms, full body. 3, 2, and 1. And we go forward and back. So I'm pointing and flexing. And the last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hot potato. Tap, tap, up, tap, tap, up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, now we have some push-ups to do. So you can do these full push-ups or you can be on your knees. My arm is my right arm is a little sensitive today. So I'm gonna stay on my knees. And either way, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, child's pose. Just stretch. So big deep breath in as you exhale. Just try to sink into the stretch a little bit deeper. Try to get your seat closer to the heels, arms a little long. We still have a few more plank, a little bit more plank left. All right, and last one, last plank, last full body. So up you go, and we're gonna do toe taps. So you're gonna go out and in, out and in. Keep going. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Gently come down, one knee at a time, and then have a seat on your seat. Legs crossed. So I think I say this a lot, but I can't say it enough. Whenever you come out of plank, you come out gently. So you never want to just, flop onto your tummy. Always one knee at a time. All right, let's take our right hand, place it on the floor. Big reach over with the left. And then other side, left hand, right arm. And this time to get to the other side, we're gonna come forward. Oh, that feels good on the back. And around and hold. And then forward and around. Good job. And forward and around. All right, let's do a couple more of those. Actually, not a couple. That was good. Now that we did that though, hands on the knees, let's do some circles. So make a C curve around and then straighten. Around and straighten. Sometimes I don't know what kind of stretch I need until I start doing one. All right, and reverse. And I did that and I felt that in the hips and my back. So didn't realize they were as tight as they were. All right, one more. And then when you end with a nice straight back, nice and tall. We'll do a big reach up with the hands and then a big reach down. Exhale and end with a nice straight spine. Thank you.